in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha. Until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha, in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha. Until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha, in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha. Until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme among humans, you were born in this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who are wise, then I prostrate. With pure bodies formed supremely pure, wisdom motion like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Thus free like you, the 3 worlds are not. Incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean. To you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality. To the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and who also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts. To you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage. To all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms, atoms, in all aspects, with supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions, subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. From Tushita's hundreds of God's protectors' heart, to tip of this fresh, pure, white heap, curd-like cloud, O Losontrapa, Dharma's omniscient king, pray come to this place with your disciples, In space ahead, on lion throne, lotus and moon, venerable gurus smile brightly with delight. Pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine as supreme merit. Feel for my mind of faith. Your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, fame, glory, outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit. Non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginning last time, especially what has contradicted three vows. Each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned eight mundane concerns, made life essence-full. O protectors from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable gurus from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharmakaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast profound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever virtue that I've here gathered bring benefit to all beings and doctrine, and may it make Venerable Losandrapa's essential teachings specially shine forever. Migme Tsewe Ter Chen Chen Rezig Dreame Kiempe Wangpo Jom Pelyang Dupu Malu Jon Se Son Wei Dag Gan Chen Kepe Sun Gen Son Kapa Lo Sandra Fe Shabla So Adem. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remain steadfast. Homage to the exalted three jewels. Thus I have heard at one time the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha on Vulture Mountain, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomena called profound illumination. At that very time, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, how should a child the lineage train who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of the lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom should look perfectly like this. Subsequently, looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form. Emptiness is not other than form. Form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty, without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, no mental phenomenon. There is no I element, and so forth up to no mind element, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance, and so forth up to no aging and death, and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, and no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom, and because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the three times by relying upon the perfection of wisdom become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra, the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering since it is not false, should be known as the truth. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is proclaimed. Tayata gate gate paragate parasongate bodhisoha. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, well said, O child of the lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, Gandharvas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to this host of the three places Dakinis. Aka Samara Sashadara Samaraya Pe. Tayata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasom Gate Bodhi Soha. Through the power of the truth of the exalted three-jewel speech, may all on the side of negativity, such as the four Maras, be stopped. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. All enemies, obstructors, and hindrances, Shante Puris Soha. The 80,000 types of obstructors pacified, free from adverse, harmful conditions. May all be conducive and perfect auspiciousness. Bring happiness and well-being here right now. Saji Puki Jonshin Me Tong Tramri Radling Ji Nidegam Padi Sa Jing Du Mi Te U Ar Yi Dro Bu Nam Dak Jing La Chur Pa Sho Jetsun Lama Dam Pa Tye Nam Yi Chur Gu Kala Kien Se Dream Drigne Chi Ta Tsam He Nu Je Zima La Ja Ge Chokyi Char Pa Wa Tu So Idam Guru Rabban Mandala Kaniya Tayami Chodang Chokyi Chokdam La Janchu Badu Dagni Kapsu Chi Dagi Chunyen Gipe Sonan Ki Drola Penche Songye Dropa Sho Chodang Chokyi Chokdam La Janchu Badu Dagni Kapsu Chi Dagi Chunyen Gipe Sonan Ki Drola Penche Songye Dropa Sho Chodang Chokyi Chokdam La Janchu Badu Dagni Kapsu Chi Dagi Chunyen Gipe Sonan Ki Drola Penche Songye Dropa Sho
Good evening. How are you? Good. I want to set up good motivation to benefit all Mother Samchibes. I'm going to study, practice, then also we do a little bit meditation. First, think about visualization from you, Buddha Shakyamuni, as we know the picture. Like same is similarly, the statue, but not just iron. Literally living Buddha front us. Also all around, all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, like hundreds, thousands of monks. You can see like that, colorful or very smiling everyone. Think about it a little bit. And around also the place also very peaceful place, and blessing place. Think about it a little bit. Around you also all the Mother Samchim beings. Think about front you as Buddha Shakyamuni, as we see the picture, a statue. It's not like solid, it's a real living Buddha. Around Buddha Shakyamuni, there are also all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas. your front with you. Around you also, all the mother sentient beings, all the beings around you. Everyone's like peace, relax. Then you also do wish to, I wish all mother sentient beings become like same as Buddha, happy, free from all the sufferings, problems. There's like basic, you can like, it's called like, like motivation. Okay? Okay. 아니, 다 딘망아 좀 인주도 공부다. 다 딘 인주도 공부 있어.
So we're going to meditate for a little while.
는 인주도 공부야라. 세디가 나제다. 심해 나제 도답나는 인주 제온 거래.
In order to meditate on renunciation, you have to give up attachment to this life and attachment to the next future lives.
다 다방도 세디 나제 공부인다. 도시 공부가 남지 공다데.
So let's
단조 니가 임바. 저와 마다바 임바. 아니 남체 참에 임바. 지팅님에 임바. 간지 마실라 마도 간지 세디가 아니 지금 제penjo에나 고 실내용어 반증도 임바. 조모에나 진념도 차용어 양 갈갈고 고 가창도 임바. 근데 거성 방고기를 다들 지금 지금
so think about giving up attachment to this life, contemplating on the prophethood and rebirth, the death and impermanence. So how things are not perfect in samsara, in this life. Everything is just temporary. Even if we have good friends, they don't last forever. Even if we have plenty of wealth, they don't last forever. You may have today, but you will be you lost on all of them tomorrow. So there's all these possibilities. So there's no certainty in the happiness in this life.
제가 다때 샘로 삼로다네 두 저는 검점네 때 제공은 용한테 받치고 그래서.
And so you do an analytical meditation in that way. So by thinking in that way, through analytical meditation, you gain the experience.
근데 레레 삼다마디 배가 말했을 때 소설 삼마치 바 용어나 템고 그래.
It's not good enough to just think it is like that, but you have to really gain experience.
근데 곰네 다 센딜랑원에 다 소설 찹 가래. 차사가 이 지오 문도 삼배 삼듯이 제타와이나 텐리 삼도 tel라야 아니 미네야 되고 그래서.
So by thinking in this way, when you come to the conclusion, thinking that there's nothing in this life to be attached to, and then you keep your mind there, focused on that, for as long as possible. So that's like stabilized meditation.
오케이, 다 검증한다. 그러면 같이 검시와서.
So now first do analytical meditation for a little while.
세디가 나지가인다. 세디 나지 도야 돼.
So how to avoid attachment to this life.
Okay, whatever we experience, just you think about that. Analytical meditation. recognize this life since we born. Sometimes we have very difficult situation, but it's not, or however. Sometimes we have very good situation, but it's also not, however. Sometimes we're very happy, but it's also not, however. Sometimes very true, we are very sad, but it's not ever. Anything in this life is not however, everything is true, impermanent. Doesn't matter good situation, bad situation. Nothing to touch this life. Our possessions, our friends, our families, even our own body. We have to leave one day behind us. It doesn't matter young age, old age. When you say I'm very healthy person, doesn't matter. Basically, we day or night, very strong touch for this life. We working very hard. We touch our name, our fame, our position, but it's not always that. But this human rebirth was not always. You get this. If you get this also not however. 왜 던데지네 센데가 나진 독터베 다치 초문도 삼에 삼사주나 아니 드니 심에 나시 독고레스.
And so if when you come to think that there's nothing, to be attached, to this life, that's everything is just useless, no useful at all, then you have avoided attachment to this life.
아니 던데지 독터나 아니 드니다 심에 나시라 다고레스. 다 센들라야. 다 자와심마 양종. 그냥 코와 들레제고 신지 아니지. 밀레제가 나지게 동아. 들어라 내시 때문에 동아. 아니 냐솔라 다냐와라 사랑가 동아 예달라 뜨거운 동아 나와서 봐. 가지에 참는데 봐 장장아 옛날다 자와심마 양반아가 양종 밀리토 봐야 나다 내려베 내다바네 좀도 삼삼십.
So then once you have given up attachment to this life, then think about the future lives. So even if you are born as a human being or demigods or gods, you are still not free from the suffering. And humans have sufferings of aging, birth, aging, sickness, death. And then demigods also have kind of sufferings, and gods even also suffer. So and no matter what you are born in samsara, there's no need to mention about the three lower realms, right? The hells have the extreme heat and cold, suffering, and the hungry ghosts have the sufferings of the extreme hunger and thirst, and then animals have the suffering of being dumb, stupid, and being exploited by others, or eaten by one another, and so forth. So, so no matter where one is born in samsara, there's, one is not free from the nature of suffering. And so, by thinking like that, then avoid attachment to the future life as well. So even if one wants to be born as a human being, God or demigods in the future life, think about that life, and then think how it is useless to be attached to that. And then develop a wish wanting to be free from that as well. And so that have that kind of thought throughout day and night, and then you have generated the renunciation. And so first you do the analytical meditation on these topics. Then when you gain some experience through analytical meditation, and then when you come to that thought, thinking that there's nothing to be attached to at all in this life or future life, and then place your thought, that thought, in your mind for as long as you can. And so think about being wanting to be free from all these sufferings, and even if one has all the possessions or higher rebirth and so forth, still it is not free from the nature of suffering. By thinking about that, one wish to be free from that. So when you have that wish wanting to be free from the entire samsara, then you will have the wish to achieve liberation. So just like a prisoner will have thought throughout their night wanting to be free from prison, just like that one should have a wish wanting to be free from samsara throughout their night. So not thinking about wanting to die soon in this life, okay? So if one thinks, so if you think that, oh, this life is useless, I want to die soon, then that's not correct again. That's wrong to think like that. And so if you think about the possessions, the body of this life, possessions and body of this life is no use or useless, then you will not have attachment to this. And so even if you have all those possessions and higher rebirth in the future life, they are still meaningless or useless, because you are still within the nature of suffering, and therefore develop strong wish wanting to be free from that as well. And that kind of thought, if you have it throughout day and night, then that time you have generated renunciation and you have entered into the path.
Okay.
So now you have entered into the path, right? Since you have already generated renunciation.
Right? It was renunciation.
So we talk about generating renunciation, that this is how you generate renunciation, okay?
Okay.
So otherwise we'll be thinking, we're always told to generate renunciation, but how do we really generate renunciation? So this is how you do it.
아니 첸들라 잡아도 와라 아니 첸디가 가지 니루롱실라야 아니 즉 가지 답았대 몸매봐 아니 즉니 몸매봐 다 고고로.
And so when you think about giving up attachment to this life, think about all the possessions, the body and so forth of this life, relationships and all this and of this life not being stable, that they will not last for ever and so forth. When you think about that, then you will not be so attached to those things in this life.
세상은 남배 치고나라야 첸더지 또그 담섬 소소다고 자타와시 소소고 지금 남이다고 자타왔점 지금 이렇게 말했어. 대간도 아닌데 샤시고 샘저다 들어서 관계 체계가 그래서.
So in Buddhism, when we talk about living a full life or a meaningful life, it's not about just being able to survive or being able to support one's family, children, and so forth. It's not like that. Even the animals, like the birds, can do that too. They can survive, in their life, and they can also take care of their children, little ones, right? Even the animals can do that. So being a human being and being able to do that alone, is not being meaningful.
Okay. 다 다른 가도 인주 제토와 라마슈 토체고다.
So you should be able to you should enable yourself to be able to generate renunciation and enter into a path.
Okay. Are you path? Are you sure? No, I said not. I'm not saying. Are you going? Are you path? Are you at the path?
Have you entered the path?
Yes.
Are you in the path? Are you in a path now? Are you in the path?
Yes.
Really? 지나지는 인주 제소.
So you have already generated renunciation?
아시테 깔레카워. 내가 두진 딱 인주 제 인주 가디 제바이나 다다나 가서 조된 가서 코알레 타약 제된 바스.
So how do you know if you have entered into a path or not? Is if you have generated renunciation or not. If you're not sure if you have generated renunciation, then you have not entered the path.
Okay, 제가 인주 제베 세간이잖아.
So what is the measure of having generated renunciation?
된리게 something 요와이나 아니 인주 제버세지로.
No, so if you have such and such thought, then you have generated renunciation. So what is like kind of such and such thought?
되라. There you good. Good. What? Yes.
But I didn't hear if you said throughout day and night.
Yeah. Roa. 인생 거다 타와 되냐로 쉬나도 되는 게 좋아라.
Yeah, so wish, wanting to be free from samsara throughout day and night, right? When you
Okay.
have that, then that time you have generated renunciation.
제가 드니 삼졌다. 드니 인주도 드니 삼 드니 시바 이거도 저 깨고 그랬다.
So that is the kind of mind we have to generate in our continuum.
그러고. 배나 장아서 배나 장아서 출도라 연도로도 가르쳐서나. 야무나 계산 야무나 대리 야무나 키니가 나왔다. 새 라방아 고마 로고 로지 연도 왔어. 된다 왔어. 로지 고레스.
So just like you had a thought wanting to come to the center, right? Okay, I have to go to the center on Wednesday in the evening, like that. So that thought, when did you have that? Yesterday, or today, this morning, or last week, and whenever you have that thought, you had that thought, right? So that's the kind of thought you need to have.
Have you had dinner? Everyone have dinner? Do you have breakfast? Not right. Do you have planned what you're going to eat tomorrow? Something right. Well, like that kind of mind, kind of shipajing on your check or that.
So that's the thought, right? Kind of thought. That kind of thought you have to generate in your mind.
Okay, then enjoy said any kanji nyinsen gada tawa kanji nyinsen kundo kadi yimba na yata koala tago ndus tang sen kanji koala tago ndus something young called.
So anyway, so the renunciation is a thought, wanting to be free from samsara. So it's always thinking that I must free myself from samsara. I must free myself from samsara.
다가징한 코와 타고도 some young matter theate. Yes.
So it's not just the wish to be free from samsara, but the determination to do it. Because you could wish for something and not really be doing anything to make it happen.
Yeah.
It's an aspiration.
You could wish for, oh, I wish this was true, I wish I had been.
말 때 배나 가르쳐 요 살 배나. 뭐지 쫑강라 요왔나 미들 쫑강 타데 로슈 부셔 요 여러분.
So just like a prisoner in a prison, what do we say? Does he have a wish to be free from prison all the time or not? Or you have like determination, I must free myself from from the prison. Well, what does he have?
I would say just a wish.
Just a wish?
You can't really free themselves from prison.
Yeah.
You just have to wait until.
Exactly.
Until your time comes.
제가 못해 다 대용한테 간다 그 쫑강기 내다데 야보 매봐 그런 뇨와인자 델타도로 찍으러 왔어.
말하다 보잉아 타야요 말다. 다들 로디 요르디 맞지. 다들 같이 배전 시야차요 말. 가서는 그 타야요 말았어.
식죠. 이나야 가르나 콜라 단독으로 깨단데 가르나 그거 쫑강은 딱 그러고 내서데 만두 가지 텔야 가지 마가네 찍으러 왔어.
네. 당을 가르치는 타고 오면서
근데
그거 맞아요. 내가 타라니 요 말에 다 타려 더번도이나 내가 타라니 요 말 삼든 되게 말든다.
텐드 말이야. 가지 단독으로 가지 지었나? 그거 쫑강가 내서도
정원데 거기서 돈내 돈하고 그 고자 짜네 도고나 가르치는 너가 되는 삼아중으로.
대가지
가르치는 제거는 정아지 타나면 타면도 삼아줘라.
맞대 쌈도
그래서
가지
그거 걸었다. 되는 거 걸어.
쌈도 가지랬나? 대리가 쌈도 가지랬나? 그거 쫑강기 내서도 가로다. 용 만들 봐. 야보 매봐. 아니 용어 때문에 용어 열어봤어.
그래.
어다 드린 용어도 거는 안 돌아 tin 용어도 거다. 코에게 센데다 심하게 내서인데 야보 매완 도매가 다 데레 쭉쭉 로지고 대대는 딱 간지 타고도 좀 있고 매서 용어로 봤어.
Yeah, so first you have to have the wish, right? Like even if you want to be free from the prison, you have to have a wish. Oh, I must free. Then, so that wish comes, from seeing all the disadvantages, of the prison, the shortcomings in the prison. Oh, there's so much suffering, so much rules, and all these things, and I must free from. And not just okay, I want to be free, but I'm not going to be free anyway because until my time comes, I won't be able. Not like that, So I must free. So what can I do to free myself? Either by breaking the cell or by doing something, and I must feel like that, So wanting to be free, from the prison all the time like that, and that of course depends on how strongly you see the sufferings in prison.
Okay. Okay. Then that tendiga got it. 가지 tendi지 가지 안에 지 인생의 체다다 힘말라 마차베 차바듯이 독도바이나 기주제인 거다.
And so just like that, when you see the samsara and as being in the nature of suffering, so no matter where you are born, you're always suffering all the time. And when you see that, and then you want to be free from that. And so and when you see the suffering, then you will not be attached to it, right? So when you are not attached to it, when you give up attachment, to this life and the future life, then you will be able to generate renunciation.
Okay. Yes.
So there's wishing and engaging bodhicitta. Is there wishing and engaging renunciation?
대외시 그러는데 단연히 용 말다.
No, there's no term like that.
대 제대로 줘러 왔어.
The one moment where you
제대로
decide
제조 대처럼 빼더니 너 줘러 왔어. 당부해서 다때 제가 된 건 내가 제가 줘러 왔어.
Yeah, but there's no term used for that. But you can say yes. Like, first, you have the wish, and I want to be free from samsara, And then after that, you say, okay, in order to free from myself from samsara, I'm going to do this, do that. Then it becomes like engaging, So,
Would that be your actual renunciation, or does it begin in just the wish?
다 위치도 간지 슈치물고다 다도 버나 갈아 버나 내 고도 섬아지 간지 고비 진세
그래, 나 그 너가 wish 거랑 디사라. 대연은 딕사라. 대연은 네가 좀 해서라. then teach도 당가 람라 정글한다. 근데 거다 내좀 계산하겠더라.
뭐 위치요 같은 다 간지 위치 가지 영어로나 다도 갈아야 버나
뭐다 wish 용어 싸우는 용어 싸는 데는 내좀 계산라.
간지 위치대까지 다 슈치물고 다도 가르고 지 그래가 자와도 많이 받지 간지 때 잡된 테마로 슈치물고 간다.
Yeah, so you have to have a strong wish, As long as you have the wish, once you have the wish, then you have already generated renunciation. You don't have to engage in action at that time.
그냥 감도 참아야 가 지치 모여서 위치 여러 배 미마체.
So we all have a wish to be rich, right? You have a wish to be rich?
제가 대나지도 연구해서 말 대나지 리교서 말 다들 텔레 슈체 있고 사다 가지 대가도 레와 잡대 하면 생각도 레프레스 삼성 샤리오 말was.
So your wish to be rich, is it very strong? It's not like really strong, right? You don't care if you don't become rich. So it should not be like that. You have a wish to be rich, but you don't care if you don't become rich. You have to care. I want to be free from samsara. I must free myself from samsara. So there's nothing I want, other than being free from samsara. Like that. It's not that I want to be rich, but it doesn't matter if I don't become rich. I'm okay with whatever I have, and like that. And it's not like that. Not that kind of simple, thought. Not that kind of simple wish. This wish, to be free from samsara has to be really strong.
Okay. Yes.
In the three principal aspects of the path, Tsongkhapa said, when not even an instant of admiration arises for the prosperities of cyclic existence. So like not even a moment of admiration for even the best that cyclic existence has to offer. So that would be like a measure of renunciation.
Which one?
그래서 내가 거기 분조라.
이미 끔찍도 안 맞지.
이미 끼지자 매게나.
예전에 나왔대. 야, 제가 가들 아니 간지
So no admiration for the perfection of samsara, and wishing to be free from that throughout day and night, and at that time you have generated renunciation.
제가 간지 체인디게야 또그 땀섬라도 간지 처전치는 매 가지고 그랬어.
So you should not have any admiration or attachment towards the perfections towards the prosperities of this life or the future lives.
대다 이가 차가 매서는 용거 말. 되게 님이도 하고는 대 차가 말 왔어.
So just saying, oh, I'm not attached to it. It's not simple. That's like a simple thought thing. I'm not attached to it. Not that. You have to see the disadvantage, of that, and through that, then it really makes you like, oh no, I don't want to have that. Like makes you, feeling of disgusting, towards that.
오케이. 가다다 당연히 곰대 받아 센디 나지. 센디가 아니 노당라 상로다. 텔라네 나지 대도. 아니 세심이 나지한테 독도와이나 아니 대니가 도와이나 아니 나도 다 미주제 그래서.
And so anyway, like you did the meditation earlier, like giving up attachment to this life, and then you avoid attachment to this life and avoid attachment to the future life. And if you have that, then you'll be able to generate renunciation.
제대 장고는 제도 손도 근데 세인디가 나지 근데 세인디가 받나 아니 단전이가 저와 맞다봐 아니 지든지 꼴로 삼로다 아니 지 니도 받은 딱 간지 담바 때문에 되고 삼로다네 지 초와들의 시행 뭐나 야한테 땅 거래스 지 초와의 진거는 아다 되는 거는 처음 되는 섬지는 안 다랑 섬도 안 돼. 가세 대토에나 아니 고쇼 체제로 그랬어.
So His Holiness Dalai Lama also mentioned, that when you say giving up attachment, or attraction or attachment to this life, you think about all the problems, all the sufferings, and how, and also how it doesn't last forever. Your relationship, your the properties, or and even this own body and so forth. So you think about that. And then when you think about it, and then it makes you feel like, oh, I don't want to have it at all. I don't want it. I'm not. I don't want to have it at all. And then you think about that again until you have that kind of feeling. Until you get that feeling, that I really don't want to have it like that.
Okay? And tene gom jana gom de shuk cher ko niba cher yung go sara.
And then when you have that, when you get really that kind of feeling, and then you keep your mind on that, as long as you can, and then do it again and again, and then it becomes, that meditation becomes stronger and stronger.
Okay? Kan bena ngado med opana med partai jo ko med shuk cher ko med chi bai ban tiga kora niba de ya ani kanje thamodu ko kar ko ma sharu do.
And so, like when you're lighting a fire, and once it's lit, then you just keep on lighting, and keep it on for a long time, and then slowly to bring the water to a boiling. And then the cold water becomes less and less cold, and then eventually it comes to boil.
Okay, 당한도 당 연주 제타다. 당한도 사망 연주 제타밖에 제다스. 연주 제 람 슈자 인다스.
So now, let's say we have already generated renunciation and have entered into a path.
Okay, 당한도 람 가와슈겠잖아.
So which path have you entered in now?
당한도 인도 소람 슈된다. 인도 소람인 바스.
Yeah, so here's path of
아니 인도
accumulation, right?
야, we are 히나이나 봐도 오케이. 단대간도 아니 지금 람 제당 아니 테메텐다스. 아니 전대한 거 테메텐 맨다스.
So this is the Mahayana, I mean the Hinayana, from the way we generate the path, not from the tenet's point of view. Okay.
오케이. 다 아니 람 담보디 가르래. 람 담보디 뭐 소람인 바스.
So what is the first path?
소람인 바스.
Path of accumulation, right?
오케이. 다 소람 같으니 가르래.
So what's the path of
인도
accumulation?
인도 소람 같으니 가르래.
What is the definition of hero's path of accumulation?
다들 인도 소람으로.
Is that a hero? Hero's path of accumulation? Definition of the hero's path of accumulation? 난도 소람 같으니 야마르스.
아하.
난도 소람 같으니 샤면스.
인도 소람
Which one is it?
A clear realization of doctrine of a hero.
Uh-huh.
아니 년도 소지라고 건다.
So there's no, I mean, I don't know, there might be, right? There might be a definition of the hero's path of accumulation, but it's not mentioned here yet, right? What is it mentioned here is the ordinary path. The hero's ordinary path, right? Is it hero's ordinary path or hero's
Clear path of accumulation.
Yeah, they just
hero's path of accumulation?
clear realizer of doctrine over here, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, there is a ordinary.
네, 소람 신샤샤사.
그래. 가운데. 오케이. 어디 소람 쓰니 가운데. 야, 누가 되는 야. 년도지 주는 것도 강하지. 년도지 주는 것도 년도 소람이 되니. 아, 된도가 돼.
두두.
오케이. 다 년도 그 소람 같으니 년도 소람 년도 소시라 봤어.
The realization of doctrine of heroes, right?
다들 간도 사만 년도 소람 쇼대에 다서. 당연히 좀 연주 담보 제야 돼 년도 소람이 봤어.
So first, when you first generate the renunciation, then where you enter into the, the path, right? Path of accumulation. So let's say we are in the hero's path of accumulation now, right?
그러와 아니 담보 내린 게 봐. 도방에서 가로다. 저 가로.
Mm-hmm.
내가 담보니 내린 게 봐.
Mm-hmm.
들어와 대로.
네.
도방에 들어는 야안로 들어와.
네.
제가 네가 다니들라 안에 담보니 내린 게 왜 참 통화도 다니자 그래서. 니도 소람.
년도도 인바라.
니도 다
년도도 인바라.
니도 랑이 다 같이 링이라고 그러.
년도도
니도 인바라. 대강도
년도도
되게.
인바라. 안자다 되잖아.
다 같이 대다 된지다 니도라 소질라 가서 니도 소질라 니 와. 소람도 소람 니.
So the ordinary hero's ordinary path has how many? What are they?
안에 대니도 파베션데 아니. 발음 그 점든 점든에.
Is there a common locus? Common locus, with the is there a common locus between the hero's ordinary path and the superior path? There is.
no. 솔직히 고난이 돼 봐서 가서 솔직히 고난이
So the
돼.
hero's ordinary path is only ordinary path.
Remember?
It cannot be. It cannot.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was thinking about the three possibilities question, or the how many possibilities.
They have a common locus?
Yes,
But the-
you could have a hearer's, oh, that was a clear realizer of a hearer versus a clear realizer of a hearer of, ordinary being. There's a common locus.
correct?
There's common locus of what? Hearers, ordinary being, and
Yeah, the clear realizer of the hearer and the clear realizer of the hearer, ordinary being. Isn't there a common locus?
no. Geshe is asking the common locus of hearers, ordinary being, and superior being. Hearers, ordinary being,
No,
and
that-
superior being.
Must be impossible.
제다 다 년도 소체나 소체에 차세. 그래서 그 소체 말다. 근데
소스기부 있나? 소스기부 잡스. 소스기부 코나미 잡스.
근데 년도 소체 권함 차까지. 바베 신데 메스.
So yeah, if it's a hearers, ordinary being, then it's definitely ordinary being. There is no common locus, with the
야
superior
오늘은
beings.
나도 라고 말다. 오늘에 야 나도 라고 말다. 남라 마시빙 소체도 라고 말다. 야 된 노르만 없이.
Yeah.
So good.
Well, no, because if there's no common locus, they would be on different paths. They have to have renunciation, they have to have desire for liberation, desire for nirvana. Otherwise, there's no relationship between path of accumulation and path of seeing and path of no more.
Common locus means that they could, one that could be both, right?
Well, they both can have renunciation.
How could you
They
be an
both have-
ordinary?
So there has to be one being, like one being, who is the hearer's ordinary being, and who is also a superior being. Is there such kind of being?
At the same time.
At the same, one being, one person, like a Deborah, a Deborah who is the ordinary being, and ordinary hearer's being, and then a hearer's ordinary being, and also a superior being. Can it be like that?
You
Huh?
got it?
No, yeah.
got it
That's
right.
the common locus.
오케이. 근데 담보는 남라 쉬고다 다나 년도 소람 받아 시작한다세. 년도 소람도 전화 걸레나 아니 년도 소시에 잡스 가지 파바다 전도 매 잡스 다 주마 카디나 킨로다.
So if it is the hearer's path of accumulation and hearer's path of preparation, then it's necessarily ordinary path. Hearer's ordinary path, or the ordinary path on the ordinary path, right? And so there's no common locus, with the superior path.
오케이, you got it?
Well, I still don't quite understand.
No, no.
Because then you'd say there's no common locus between someone on the path of accumulation and path of preparation either.
그래서
년도 처럼도 년도 저럼로 신대요 말았어.
대가 년도 소람도 얘기지 가야 되네.
Yeah, there's no common locus of hearer's.
Yeah.
Hearer's path of accumulation and hearer's path of preparation. There's no common locus.
소람 받이 아니 소람 가디서는 소람 마음이 자서 그랬어.
So the hearer's path of accumulation, a being on a hearer's path of accumulation, whenever he or she achieves path of preparation, then he's no longer on a path of preparation. Path of accumulation. He's already on a path of preparation.
오케이. 다 담보 강사들 단단가서 년도 남로 쉬도 소람 받 자서 소람 받아서 자서 그랬어.
So the person, when he first enters into the path, it's path of accumulation, right? Being on a path of accumulation.
아니 되네야 아니 곰잡네 아니 베나 공사 다메라 미벨 한통 가디 토바나는 전화 받자로 그랬어. 아니 전화 받 많이 받자서.
And so then through that, on that path of accumulation, and person meditates, and eventually, when he or she achieves a special insight into the selflessness, then he or she has achieved path of preparation. Then he or she is no longer on a path of accumulation.
오케이. 다 된디기 년디 소람 전원이나 아니 소체에 잡스 대정도 캘렌 도도 왔어.
And then so anyway, so if it is the hero's path of accumulation and hero path of preparation, then it's necessarily the ordinary path.
오케이. 다 대처하지나 년디 소체나 소체에 잡스나. 년디 소체나 소체에 거 오래 봤나? 소체에 작을 봤나? 년디 소체에나
So again,
소체에 거 오래 봤어. 소체.
so if it is the ordinary, hero's ordinary path, is it necessary to be ordinary path? If it's hero's ordinary path, is it necessary to be ordinary path?
파들라게서 말어.
The 수수기우 람이라.
그래.
수수기우 람.
Yes, it is.
년덕이 속에 수수기우 람이나? 년덕이 속에 람이나? 아는 속에 람이 잡았어라.
뭐 년디 소소체워나 소소체워에 잡스. 람말로지.
아, 네.
년디 소소체워나 소소체워에 이거 오래 봤어.
And so what about being? Like if it is a hero's ordinary being, is it necessary to be ordinary being?
어디서 그래요?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
소소지와다 인도 소소지와 제와예스.
So is there a difference in between ordinary being and a hero's ordinary being? Is there any difference?
Yes. Yes.
저거리요.
What difference is there?
One is renunciation.
Yes. 내가 그냥 간도 소소지와라 왔어.
Mhm.
난도 인도 소소지와 말했어. 간도 전에 단다 지는 간도 둘라면 쇼가 말했어.
소스기고 년도 소스기고는 소스기고 뭐 찹.
제가
소스기고는 년도 소스기고 맞아.
인도 소소지와나 아니 남주가 간도 좋다고 그럴까요? 소지 탐험에 맞았어 가지. 소소지와이 소지 탐험만 있어. 인도 소소지와대. 소소지와 얘다 소소지와 탐험만 사대고 따스 당가는 단들 리바노다 지었을까지. 고비도
소스기보다 그래 알아.
인도 소지에 있어. 소지 탐험만 있어. 간제 소지 탐험만 있어. 들어라면 돼. 되죠.
나저도 다 소스기고라 하죠. 년도 소스기고 말아.
제대로 간도 소지 탐험하러 와. 제가 그 남의 쇼장에데 소소지와에 소지 탐험만 있어.
하나를 코라 소스기고 타마이스. Yeah, so like so once you have entered into the path, even if you are ordinary path, right, on an ordinary path, but you're not like like ordinary being, who has not entered into the path. So the hero's ordinary being, is different from the other ordinary beings like we, who have not entered into the path. We are ordinary being too, but we have not entered into the path, but they have entered into the path. So even though they are ordinary being and a hero's ordinary being, but they are not like a common ordinary beings like we are.
They're still an ordinary being.
Hmm?
They're still an ordinary being.
They are ordinary being, but they are no common ordinary being.
That wasn't established in the question. There's just ordinary being or not.
That's right. So that's the question. So if it's what's the difference between the ordinary being and the hero's ordinary being, right? And so that you can say, of course, if it's ordinary being, it's not necessary to be hero's ordinary being, like that.
Do you understand that difference? Okay, that more
But if it's a hero's ordinary being, then it's necessary to be ordinary being, right? But if it's hero's ordinary being, then it's not a common ordinary being. The common ordinary being would be like us, who have not entered into the path.
Okay. 다 인도 소남 바지. 다 소남 내 안에 다 뒤져 아니 소남 같으니 인도지 중에 또 인도지 소남 있어. 니스러와. 안에 다 뒤월 가다 인도 소남도 야 안에 람 코네 베베다다 다음에 인도도 다음에라면 비 한통까지 토바이나 조나바 찬도 그래서. 그러가 뒤땡에도 안에 조남 있어. 니스.
대응어들 왜? So where is the definition of says a clear realization of doctrine of a hero? The definition of hero path of preparation is a clear realization of the meaning of that. Right? So when you have that, then you have reached the path of preparation, right? And so it's like other ways, when you have meditated, and then eventually when you achieve the special insight into selflessness of the person, and then you have reached the hero's path of preparation.
주센티니 동도. Do you see the definition? Do you see? 티니 가르쳐. 조랑 티니 가르쳐. 조랑 티니.
대응어도스.
되는 거 들어와.
The clear realization of the meaning of that, right?
오케이? 아니 주주잖아. 아니 다 네가 배나 그러고 딱 간지 아니 대방에서 또배 돈을야 접을까봐 봐다. 아니 좀 세지. 그때 미타니 딱
And then the
대방에서
etymology, of the path of preparation, is like because you are preparing to reach the path of seeing, or preparing to see the truth, or see the emptiness directly. Therefore, it's called preparation, path of preparation.
오케이. 다시 단도도 올 마일은 안에 소리를 안에 세워 연구해서 나도 차단 대시 잠 거치. 근데 올만데 소리를 대시 요래서.
So there will be more further explanation on this also later. Okay.
이나 다 노멀로 아니 장소 전화를 가세요.
So how many kinds of path of preparation are there?
Tela.
She.
아니 전화 제대로 미하고 왜?
What are they?
Heat, forbearance, and supramundane qualities.
다 돈소 레레레가 다시 미래를 올 연구를 다도 레레를 남고치.
So each of the definition of each of them, or the the etymology of each of them will come later. We don't have to go through that now.
Okay. And the whole of any tender dashi younger tasani hollow. And that so then that nintig tolam da nintig jonamla and ninti soche be chaps.
And so if it is here's part of accumulation and part of preparation, then it's necessarily the ordinary path.
Okay. Ninti tolam jonam in the toban talk.
So which one has a higher realization, part of accumulation or part of preparation?
Okay, good. That did to the manoachi us. What is that and day and it is a dress so she is. And then John Tomos or Chundi Chesum the and the John Tombo some Chundi Chesum something good yes. What that any out there Chundi Chesum can you Toban Tota Toba Jetang Chane go Chundi Chesum the cigarettes. Then not you in the Chane cigarette country.
And so in terms, it says the first three, also has the three, the great, middling, and small, making it 9, right?
Ani chunjola ani some share me wine, tamadel.
And the supreme mundane quality, is not divided into 3, great and 3 like great, middling, and small.
Ani chunjo chumbi ishe da an tono pachemolani nyamba shatu chile kiamata.
And so the moment you reach, the supreme mundane quality, and then, within that meditation session, you also achieve the path of seeing. And so, you go into meditation on the supreme mundane quality, and then while meditating on that, then you achieve the path of seeing. And so, the supermundane quality of the path of preparation and the uninterrupted path of the path of seeing within one session, one meditative voice.
Timete ane jente shembachela ane jono chicho chimchi tente kichi mares. Tite tundu mjiga mares, tega mares.
And then that's the reason why it is not. That's why it's not divided into like 3 great, middling, and small. It's also because it's for a very, very short time. The supermundane quality is very short, and when you achieve that, the next moment, you are already in a path of seeing.
Okay.
It's similar to like in the path of meditation, right before no more learning. Like there's one of the divisions,
Mhm.
like clouds of dharma or something.
Yeah, like tele etatino lapchoro was.
Yeah, you can say that too. Yeah.
Chedata negi tsolom jono sede ku mikha tada de nang tobak chen tagu das. Nang tobeshen.
And so in terms of their quality, right, the inner quality or inner realization, these names, different names of the paths are given.
Pena ngandu tande lula be mig lula na pena lojon rebana ko mi pena nurse da practice nurse da ani doctor te ko lojon chen tagu yor was. Degree chane.
So so your position of being like a nurse or nurse practitioner or doctor and so forth is in terms of the quality, like in terms of knowledge, and the degree, right? So what kind of degree, how much you have studied and what kind of degree you have achieved, and then depending on that, you will be called nurse practitioner, or doctor, like that.
Okay. 다 강사대 람라 가디 쉬거든나. 뭘 맞춰야나.
So when does the person enter into the path?
가디.
When does he enter into the path? When he generates renunciation.
Okay. 아니 년주 제와다 가르쳐 왔더냐. 람 가르쳐 왔더냐.
And so the moment you generate the renunciation, you also generate what? You achieve what?
Okay, 파데 쿠메리. 템 노멀로 와시라지.
Yeah, so make sure you don't make mistake on that, okay?
Okay. 중간 미지게 저 년주 전에 아니 람 가와시는 토람 쉬고 저는 라고 맞다. 뭐 배는 가서 년주 잡았나? 소람이 바시자. 년주 제와다 소람 쉬고 되냐면
So when you first generate the renunciation, that's then you enter into the first path, which is the path of accumulation, right? You don't enter into other paths; you only enter into the path of accumulation.
Okay, 대시자이다. Yes.
Is it at that time? Is there also beginning of like a contrived realization of emptiness at the same time that you enter into the path of accumulation? You also realize the beginnings of understanding emptiness, like a contrived
딩은 지나 돈이 그 다음에 거 닌들어 보다 다음에 거기도 열었어. 거기도 라고 그러었어. 아니 다음에는 또요 말이 가지.
So yeah, you can say they have some understanding about emptiness or realization, and some realization, but not, haven't realized yet.
Right, that's
Yeah.
seeing.
Yeah.
오케이. 다 딘리게 초람 받게 다 다음에 검고 그래서 다음에 맨 닌들이나 다음에 검고 그래서.
And so now the hearer's path of accumulation, right? The being in a hearer's on a hearer's path of accumulation, he meditates on selflessness. Yes.
오케이. 다티 가디 조놈로 가디 파르스나.
And when does he move up to the path of preparation?
야.
Special insight into
Calm,
the selflessness of person, and that time,
abiding in special insight, is that correct?
yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
special insight. Yeah.
오케이. 아니 디 두시 다니자 그래. 야, 아니 다음에 대시도 지거든 또 와나. 아니 조롱도.
Yeah, so whenever you have the realization of the selflessness of person in the manner of meaning generality, or that's another term you use, right? That's when you achieve path of preparation, or you can say when you have and achieved a special insight into the selflessness of person. At that time, you have achieved path of preparation.
아니 드네 다 당보 조롱다 그래. 죄래 조롱 죄서 그래. 죄.
And so, which is the first path of preparation? Heat. Yeah.
가르스나 아니 다음에 당보 또 와인자 아니 다운즈 매버서야겠다 매가 소리어디 아니 딜로 차이 그러세 딜로디 근데 매 그래서 죄사디 그냥 매돌라 때는 작바도 마시 그러 대한나지 다음에 또 빌루 니발라 때는 다운즈만 좀 들어간다 아니 당보 당 고수가 강한다 아니 죄사디
So it's like a heat of the fire that eliminates the self-grasping, ignorance, right? And so it's the starting of that. So that's why it's called the heat.
오케이 다들 올만 제고 되지 다들 아니 죄소 시지 다들만 줘서 와 그게 다랑은 저버지 예대 때문에 제대시 인도 법행에도 인도 법에 센터니 대라였나 인도지 돈롱 거노 뭐노 좀 예선도 와서
Okay. Oh no. Good. And then there's the definition of the ground of hearer's superior is. It's a clear realization of hearer's superior, which serves as the basis for the many good qualities which are its effect. And hence, when it is divided, there are three: hearer's path of seeing, path of meditation, and path of normal learning. Yeah.
오케이 다 되긴 쇼도 can you give me the definition
Did we just read?
yeah
Clear realization of your superior existence within qualities.
저도 고대 do you understand what they talk about little bit right yeah 어디 다대 아니 이제 대라나 년din 토놈대 아니 딘디기 조롱 바티가 아니 다명에서 가디 또나된 토놈 받자고 그래 대란 토놈라 그래
And then so there are three superior paths, right? And there's the path of seeing, path of meditation, path of normal learning. So whenever the being on the path of preparation realizes emptiness directly, then he achieves the path of seeing.
아니 대네 이 또바 야데 소소 뭐네 빠거도 강판에 빠자 지마데 빠야게 쳐대 고면 거라 아니 곰남라 그래
And then whatever whatever abandonments to be abandoned on the path of seeing, and then you meditate to after that when you meditate to abandon the next abandonment, then that's called path of meditation.
배나 밀레가 칭이잖아 나 수바바들 그런 그 제거 내가 차사 전에 뒤가래 보스네 와라 내가 가래 그 페데션 레바나 지레다 티수다는 그래 수바바들지 근데 양한테 가로 봄부터 토리아 용해로 티수다는 거까지 봄부터 토 용할로 수바바들 내가 차사 고치 신고로 왔지 살 고이러 가지
So it's just like you're doing the job of the supervisor, and then after that you do the job of the manager. So in order to be a manager, you have to be able to do all the job of the supervisor.
오케이 안에 드네 몰롬롬 세야지 다 대래 남가 되게 다 가로 타마티
And then the path of normal learning, is the end, of that path of learning.
오케이 다 드면다 다 니도 돈하고 되잖아 다 돈하고 되시잖아
Okay, now what is the definition of the hearer's path of seeing?
Seeing clear realization
Okay.
No. The definition of hearer's path of seeing is a clear realization of the truth of a hearer which arises after the completion of a path of preparation of a hearers, which is it is one cause and which is produced before the path of meditation of hearer, which is its one effect.
다 대라야 내버다 아니 제준이 상고인데 와서 가르래서.
So there are two parts or three parts of the definition.
오케이. 담보도 가려임 봐.
What's the first part? Truth of hearers which arise preparation.
Fourth path of meditation.
제다 년디 전화가
So there are two
독지.
parts, right? So you have to know.
아니 랑은 대지면 년투지 랑가 제지베 년디지 전화 조지도 쇼시에. 대 년투 전화가 너वे인 거 그래서.
And so it shows that you have to. It has to be the result, right? The result of the path of preparation.
아니 랑은 대지베
Golamgi.
아니 고놈 가리고 그러나.
And it's
What do you
the
need?
cause of path of meditation.
오케이. 텐도도 그 테레다 소놈 건데고 조놈 건데고 토놈 건데고 고놈도 몰라는 뜻이 간가 지리 차된소.
So they are all like cause and effect, right? So the effect of the path of accumulation is path of preparation, and then the effect of the path of preparation is path of seeing. Effect of the path of seeing is path of meditation, and the effect of path of meditation is path of normal learning.
오케이. 배차잖아. 강사 집에나 롱업 주인 바이나. 배나 딱으로 진리로와 롱업 주대 섬적은데고 섬적대 니슈근데고 니슈대 로쪽은데고 로쪽대 로직자근데고 두지 자동으로 여러분 대소하는 거지.
So like if somebody is 50 years old, then 50 years old will be the effect of the 40 years old. 40 year will be effect of 30 years old. 30 year will be effect of the 20 years old. 20 year will be effect of 10 years old, like that.
오케이. 다 될애와 가세다.
So how many different kinds of path of seeings, path of seeing of hearers, path of seeings are there?
당은도 토놈 조놈이지. 당은도 토놈 톱들다. 단 토놈 톱지 그래서.
So now we have gone through the path of accumulation, path of preparation. Now we're on the path of seeing, right?
당은도 고다가 담행해서 또 열다.
And now you have realized emptiness. I mean the selflessness of person directly.
당은도 디나다 삼 디나 이 연대 만들어 가세요.
And how many different kinds of excellent qualities are there in the hearer's path of seeing? When this is divided, there are three.
배자랑이다. 배자랑도 얼마든
Yeah, just
마음.
according to the text, just like it
Okay.
is in the text. Okay.
오케이.
How many different kinds of path of seeings are there?
It says three here.
Exalted wisdom, exalted wisdom, the subsequent attainment, and enlightenment is the
오케이. 다 년디 토론 여자식 세지 가르쳐.
It says exalted wisdom of meditative equipoise of hearer's path of seeing, the exalted wisdom of subsequent attainment of hearer's path of seeing, and seeing which is neither of those, neither of these two.
오케이. 다 년디 토론 여자식 세지 가르쳐 봐.
And now there's the definition of exalted wisdom of meditative
맞은
equipoise.
세지셔도 세지시. 년디 토론 여자식 세지셔도. 년디 토론 여자식다 제도신이 되니까 뭐 소미들은 도.
대 샤면도 그런 샤라라.
원래 호들은 도요.
진이면 진이라.
세지 호들은 도.
이거
다
냠사주 진이.
알레 오야.
저는 진이라 이게 진실라라.
세니.
So now what's the definition of the exalted wisdom of meditative equipoise of hearer's path of seeing?
오케이. 라이트 담을 때지도 냠바 여자시. 냠바지 년디 담방한다. 거시. 니 또때 년디 토론 여자식 세니. 다딘 세지셔도 세지시.
So can you give the example of that?
오케이. 뭐 대브라.
Example of definition.
No,
not
the
definition.
example of the exalted wisdom of meditative equipoise of hearer's path of seeing.
Someone's focused directly, not conceptually on selflessness of person.
그러.
예. 뭐더 가서 돈이를 떼준 냠바 샤바야. 냠샤이시.
담을라
담을 떼준 냠바 샤바야.
강가에 배. 디 호들 도와. 텔라는 년디 토론 여 바체 멜론다 너도라 니 되니 왔습니다도스 니들로 냠자시 다 애니 니들로 바치 남도라 샤초고래 바치 아니 바치면 이제 자주고 그래서 되니 좀 가르쳐봐야 간가 니데지 돌아냐자지 차대 그래서.
So when we talk about example, do you understand when you say example in this, in this context? Example means like something which is that, something which is in exalted wisdom, of the meditative purpose of hero's path of seeing. So something which is that. So then you can think about the divisions, right? How many divisions are there? Like there are 3 also, right? Uninterrupted path, and then so forth. So uninterrupted path is example, of the meditative purpose.
Okay. 세다 냠자시한테 냠자시는 갈고 냠자시는 저도 가르고 온대.
So when you say meditative purpose, wisdom, exalted wisdom, meditative purpose, what do you understand? What do you understand when it says exalted wisdom of meditative purpose?
It's a person's meditation.
Huh?
A person meditating on that object.
Person?
When somebody is a mind which is meditating on that object.
딜라
Means
Yeah.
aria, and aria, so someone could see emptiness directly.
오케이. 제가 냠자시 세대 예라전에 시다지데 이제라전에 시다니 그랬습니다.
So there are 2 way of explaining the exalted wisdom of meditative purpose in terms of the subject, in terms of the object.
이제라자와이나 이제 시바자바나 시바베나 소섬 티가 이 칸델라야 미네 냠바샤나 대바나 티 코드 쇼베 아니 초반드신데 말씀 바이라다 근롱아이로 이게 가서시 또 간가 찍미데는 무사 찍미게 돼서시.
So in terms of the subject is the mind, right? The mind is the subject, and so when that mind, is focused on that object, like here in this talking about, the selflessness, right? So when it's talking about that, then all its omnipresent mind, around it, omnipresent mind, of it will be focused on that.
아니 소시 베나 샘생지 왕세에는 냐자시 많이 비잡세. 왕세 냠바샤요 말에.
So it has to be a mental consciousness. It has to be mental consciousness. The sense consciousness, cannot be a meditative voice.
대군의 대야 자고고도 주만데 샘생지 왕세에나 람 많이 비잡.
And so if it is the sense consciousness of sentient being, then it is necessarily not a path.
어다 대주만 하고 그러다 샘생지 람이나 이제 이시에 비잡세 이시.
And so if it is the path within the continuum of sentient being, then it is necessary to be a mental consciousness.
오케이. 어디하고 다대 다 냠자 다 이제라 예를 잡아야나 예 가리 이엠바나 예대까지 가르고 다 지금 간제 덴바 텀나 트님이 봐 마트나 마트미니 봐 나도 텀나 트님이 마트나 마트미니 봐 그래서 예 직간지 쳐봐나 대나지 찾아 내일부터도 집바인 바래지 냠바래서 해놓으시 간제 bomba demba matrabana kawa demba matrabana mid demba matrabana chiba chijares kanga tumna tumni matuna matum nyamres edoshi.
So in terms of the object, they are all, all object are being same in, being free of self-existence. Like this, when we're talking about selflessness, so self-existence. So like if the pillar is lack of self-existence, and the table is lack of self-existence, then they are same, being self and a lack of self-existence.
Okay, shidan diga pena de zures, ro ngelakpa de zure was. Ina kuni kare da matraba nyambare ina choa yemi nyamamare was. Ndelo choa yemi ndelo choa yomares. Nyamani.
So like this true object, like the cup and my body, right? And they both are same being selflessness, right? The selfless. They're both being selfless, but they are not same, of same in terms of having a feeling. So my hand has a feeling, the cup doesn't have a feeling.
Okay, to understand the difference. There is nyam se de niga nyam se ichajana da matraba nyamba raji matraba nyambare. Yule shabaina.
So so if when we talk about it in terms of the object, then the object it's the same whatever kind of object it is, it's the same being selflessness.
오케이. 다 지나도 이체잖아. 이체잖아. 지나도 시 잡대요. 이체잖아. 지나도 시 잡대.
Yujinla. So in terms of the subject, can you each
you
give
explain?
an example, of the meditative exalted wisdom of meditative equipoise in terms of the subject?
오케이. 하루.
I'll choose one of these three, so we did the exalted wisdom meditative.
내가
Seeing which is neither.
메콘 대시자. 내가 된 대시도 이게 단다가로 다시에 내가 먼저 왔어.
So the in terms of the subject and the object that Geshe just explained, it's not in here. So do you understand what he said?
What are you meditating on? What's the subject of the meditation?
Then
You
what?
said subject, that's how I apprehended it. Is that not correct?
The subject is the mind that's meditating.
Oh.
Yeah, mental consciousness. Okay, how you say explain?
The subject is mental consciousness.
Then
Meditation.
제가 소심되게 이 가르는 냠바샤네 딩 코드 좀 샘주간가 야딱 집어차 그래서 두드려다.
So when that mind, the mental consciousness, when that becomes the exalted wisdom, meditative equipoise, then all it is omnipresent mind, so the all the mind, that's around it, so omnipresent mind, right? Omnipresent mind of that primary mind, which is the exalted wisdom, of meditative equipoise. Then all the kundasara, omnipresent mind, like the five omnipresent minds, like the feeling, discrimination, and so forth. So all those also focus, on emptiness, or selflessness in this context. So the primary mind, the mental consciousness, is focusing on selflessness. Just as it is focused on selflessness, it is on the omnipresent mind are also focusing on selflessness.
그때 다시나 버다 다시나 오시로.
So that's like etymology, it's not necessarily like that.
Okay, now yeah.
In terms of this subject,
Deborah, can you explain?
What's the question again?
Yeah, what you explain?
what is the exalted wisdom of meditative equipoise in terms of subject?
Is that when the mental consciousness, it and the five omnipresent factors are focused on the selflessness of the object.
Yes.
Okay, now how is the object?
In terms of the object,
Okay, Jennifer.
Object is the selflessness in this particular, for a hearer?
because
Yeah, Yeah, here.
그래서 나도 말하는
나도 말은 냠바. 내가 말은 냠바. 간이 더 강가 나도 말은 냠바샤 그랬어.
Yeah, so in this case it will be selfless, right? So selfless. So they're all equally selfless. You can just say all the objects are equally selfless. So if this is, just as the table is selfless, the pillar is selfless also, like that.
Do you understand?
Yeah, but I don't wanna get off another track, it's
Yeah.
question, but I thought that him and I thought when we look at selfless of object, when we selfless person.
가르고로
네, 가서 the 태명기 건저 가사기 담아도 저기 최기 담을 딱 말았어.
딱 이제 또 돼. 가다 다음에 또 고타라 처음에 그런 도약 또 그러고서. 나 봄보다 맞더라 나도 맞더라 가다 다음에. 나도 맞더라 가다 다음에. 근데 나야 봐 봄보다도 맞더라 주지 다음에 그러고서.
No, they do see at the phenomena also. So like the I, which is like a self-existent, is the selflessness of the I, the selfless person, and then when you say the aggregate that is empty of self-existent, is the selflessness of phenomena.
오케이. 또 말해. 또 그래. 오케이. 다들 하고서 두치. 내제 다 냠자 봤을 때다 제탑라는 갈하고.
So that's the meditative equipoise, right? And then what is the subsequent attainment?
We understand
The
that.
exalted wisdom of subsequent attainment.
내가 제탑 내 지마 인지당도 지레 토바래. 냠자 시텔 지레 토바래 하는 거죠.
Subsequent attainment, right? Attained subsequently. Subsequent to what?
After.
냠샤이 지금 제스 더 봐.
너 어디 냠자지 지스 토베.
So subsequent to meditative equipoise. First you have meditative equipoise, then after that, you have this attainment, it's called subsequent attainment. Yeah, that's the same one.
대 강다들 응연 적고 그랬어. 제탑이. 아니 냠자고 많이 그랬어. 제탑이 냠자시 많이 그랬다. 가사 찍이잖아 요와 임바치. 아니 냠자시 많이 그랬어.
So that exalted wisdom, right, of the post meditative equipoise, or subsequent attainment, so that has to be attained. Right? So but that is not during the meditative equipoise.
제단도 담보 야원 거마다 산이 야는 말만 투도서 마모 타냐모 쉐레그래.
So after that you achieve that. It's called the subsequent, right? So these are terms you have to be familiar with. Otherwise, later you get more and more terms, then you get more confused.
오케이. 닌티 토놈 제타시에나 닌티 토놈 녀자시 지드숑 찹. 제제 달라고다스.
And so if it is the subsequent attainment of the hearers in a superior path, then it's necessarily subsequent to the meditative equipoise.
닌티 토놈 바체 말아예나 아니 닌티 토놈 제타시 녀자시 찹.
And then it is if it is an uninterrupted path of the hearer's path of seeing, then it is necessary to happen before the subsequent attainment.
오케이. 단들만 마보 시단들만 타니도인데 올마 저도 올마로도 안 되지 타니도 빼 마보 올마 열었어. 마무리된 것도 고변데 나도 담보 갈래 지내다스. 갈래 지내 타니 아니 잠깐 좀 만나 왔잖아. 뭐게 맞지나 강한 투로.
And so all these terms you're getting in the new terms now. Earlier you didn't know about, you didn't hear this term, right? Exalted wisdom of a meditative equipoise, and then exalted wisdom of the subsequent attainment. This is a new term again, right? And then just like that, when you come to the division of the meditative equipoise, with the exalted wisdom of the meditative equipoise, then there will be like uninterrupted path, and then the path of release and so forth. So those are again new terms, for you, and so you have to remember all these ones. If you don't remember them, then it will become confusing, later.
오케이. 오케이. You got it? 다 homework 도다. Okay, homework. Homework you want to write down the today's homework. Maybe go new one 아니 렌주 째와 당스 람까지 토마토 버렸어.
So soon after you generate the renunciation, what path do you achieve first?
내가 년투 시작하다. 년투 강력 키모로 왔어.
So this is we're talking about hearers now, okay? Only hearers. So don't go beyond hearers yet.
오케이. 렌주 째와 당 람까지 또 버렸어.
So the moment you generate renunciation, what path do you achieve?
You got the name? Okay. 렌주 째와 당 람까지 슈 버렸어. 안에 람티 밀라 가래 봐서. 랍사라. 안데 저와 동보된다. 저와 동보대.
So that's the first question.
오케이. 안데 년디 초람다 조람 가래나 안데 소체임베. 자사 자탐보 소체 그거를 소체 배자스. 년디 초람 조람 가라라. 자사 자 소체임베 그거를 배스.
So if it is a ordinary path, of the hearers, if it is a hearer's path of accumulation and path of preparation, is it necessary to be, only ordinary path? 소소기 람세로 소소기로.
소소기워서 가다. 같이 봤나?
소게들에다.
다 소소기 람세기로. 오케이. 아니 고나 고베 진세 고나 고베 진세.
Explain the reason if it is necessary or not necessary.
오케이. 아니 토놈 냠자실라나 갈라 그랬어. 단어.
So what's the meaning, of the exalted wisdom of meditative equipoise of hearer's path of seeing?
Okay. Which question this?
That's 4.
It's 4 already? Really?
Oh, yeah, so 2, so yeah, I had, the why as
Yeah.
One question?
So that's one question.
2.
Oh yeah, that's part of 2, yeah.
Okay, that's like 2B.
So reason if it's necessary or not necessary is, one question. Yeah, part of 2.
Okay.
And this is third question.
One more question?
So the third question was, what's the meaning of exalted wisdom and meditative equipoise of the hearers?
Okay.
Yes.
아니 년디 제탑 이 시대 냠자식이 아니 제인도 많이 있어. 제탑 이 시대 냠자식이 제레베스. 토놈 제탑 시대. 토놈 제탑 시대 토놈 냠자식이 제레베스.
Okay, the fourth question is exalted wisdom of subsequent attainment of the hearer's path of seeing a cause of the exalted wisdom of meditative equipoise of path of hearer's path of seeing?
Okay. This is very
Okay.
easy question, right?
You say that one more time?
Is exalted wisdom of subsequent attainment of hero's path of seeing a cause, of exalted wisdom of meditative equipoise of hero's path of seeing?
You got it? More confused? It's okay. It's a little confused, good. Okay, now homework. Now I don't remember what's homework. Do you have homework? Yes.
The first question is, what is the etymology of hearer and solitary realizer? Why are they called that?
Okay. Okay, who would like to give? Harvard? You did? Good job.
Here is, I got it from page 25, Ornament of Clear Realization, chapter 4. It says, called hearers, listeners, or hero proclaimers because they listen to teachings from others, and after attaining the fruit of their meditation, the enlightenment of the hearer causes others to hear about that attainment. They proclaim, I have done what was to be done. I will not know another birth.
Okay, go. Then you do.
그래, 이제
네.
그런데
신년 버릇.
그 년년 그런데 또 똑같네. 나는 그래서 신라 되는 거죠. 되는 시그레스.
Yeah. Okay. Deborah, you have?
Similar practitioner of the Theravada vehicle who listen to the teachings of supreme illumination of Buddha or philosophical teachers or reads the words and then attains liberation.
Okay. You have, Bob?
Yeah, I said, hearers listen to and study the Buddha's teachings and meditate on them and practice.
그렇고 지체도.
네. 그럼 근데 거의 연결해서 얘네들은 그런 데를 롭종 지는데는 그래서 냠는치 그랬어.
Okay. And the Kupala shares the code. Okay. Do you have Michael? Okay, Aeon?
Yeah, the hearers listen to the teachings and they achieve their realizations based on that. The other half was the solitary realizer one, was that they enter retreat and meditate in solitude.
Karen, you have? 17. Okay, Jennifer?
Yeah, pretty much the same.
Yeah. 대전도 야 하버 콘도 야고 로소 대 다다레스.
Yeah, so what Howard read is right.
Yeah, this is the correct one. And then tinyan bachi and the part two check this yeah. Ko part check this mission but.
So they will listen and then they will also, explain or speak, to others.
Okay. 다 라잘라나?
And solitary realizer is?
You have okay?
I have, and also the same source, page 25, Ornament of Clear Realization, chapter 4. They are able to, solitary realizers, they are able to attain the state of a foe destroyer during their final lifetime in cyclic existence without depending on a master's teaching. They arise during a time when there are no Buddhas or hearers in the world and actualize the enlightenment of a solitary realizer. They are able to teach sentient beings by means of physical gestures, miraculous powers, without speech.
Okay. Yeah, this is it. Or do you have? Do you have? Do you have the question? Do you have answer? Maybe you don't get it. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
So this made me think that the answer to that, so in a realm, there are realms where a Buddha does not appear. So there are people who can attain enlightenment without depending on a Buddha's teaching. So just on their own. Is that correct?
마마 대타 모시다 거기
한번 내사서는?
더 말레발고 딱을 강가된 거 되게 곤달래드는 그 딱을 말했어.
No, when they first start, of course they study. They have to depend on Buddha or somebody that's a teacher who teach them. But this is talking about at the final stage, when they're about to achieve their liberation or their enlightenment, the solitary realizer's enlightenment. When they're about to, they don't depend on. So they're just solitary. They're by themselves. They practice meditate by themselves without depending on a teacher or a Buddha, and that's why I call the solitary.
But at the final stage.
At the final stage
the
only.
final
Only at the
stage.
final stage, yeah.
Okay.
Just before, it says just before the four destroyer, right?
That's right.
Yeah, four
That's right,
destroyer.
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, it's good. Yeah, you guys good. Everyone the same? Any different? Good. Then 누구 가지고 탄이도 다시도 저랑 하고 하고는 야 보여서 봐.
Yeah, it's good to understand the terms the terminology and the etymology of that term.
Okay, yes. Second,
The
third,
next question,
okay.
what is the difference between a clear realization of a hearer and clear realization of a hearer, ordinary being?
그럼 상세. 인도 봐봐.
Clear realization.
Of a hearer,
Uh-huh.
and then clear realization of a hearer, ordinary being?
인도 소제다.
냐도 속에도 냐도기 응원도 냐도 속에 응원도도 냐도 응원도를 가르쳐 버렸어.
알레. Okay, yeah. What else? Yeah.
The realization of a hearer nor ordinary being is within the continuum of a hearer, ordinary being.
그래서
응원 가서 냐도기 속에 응원들이 냐도 속에 강사 줄이야 그랬어.
네.
냐도 속에 강사 줄이야 그랬어.
네.
다.
What means? 그래서 저 가르쳐. 인도 소징에도 인도 응어도 제가 가르쳐.
Yeah. So the difference between the hearers, the hearers clear realization and the hearers ordinary beings clear realization.
Right?
Right?
What's the difference in the definition?
Yeah.
Yeah, what the difference?
What's the difference between those two? Clear realization.
According to the definition, is that last part is that it's in the continuum of a hearer, ordinary.
No.
Yeah, but you don't say. You say
You
say
didn't- you didn't
the
give the
clear
full
realization of ordinary being is in the continuum of ordinary being. But you don't. You're not saying what's the difference between those two.
Okay, what Devra, do you got it?
Well, the clear realization of a hearer could include either superior or ordinary hearer. Or just clear realization of an ordinary hearer, which only has non-conceptual understanding of conceptual understanding of self.
다들
다
없어.
소스기부 가서 밥을 주기 응원도디 되는 냐도 응원도래서 이나 소스기부 응원도 말했어.
Howard.
I broke it out into clear realization of a hearer. I broke it out as that's a more general term, inclusive from path of accumulation all the way to the path of no more learning, and then clear realization of a hearer, ordinary being, is more specific by comparison because it's only path of accumulation and preparation. So one's more general, one's more specific. That's the
그 냐도 응원도 수도는 지당하랬어. 냐도 지당게 응원도래서. 아니 냐도 소스기부 응원도 수도는 냐도 소스기부를 먼저 요 말했어.
Okay. Okay, Bob.
Similar to Howard, just that the five, clear realization of a hearer includes all the five paths: accumulation, preparation, seeing, no more learning, meditation, no more learning. And then the clear realization of the hearer of ordinary being includes only realizations of a hearer of first two paths, the ordinary paths.
Okay. Jennifer.
The clear realization of a hearer can be any good quality in the continuum of a hearer, including the direct realization of selflessness, whereas a clear realization of a hearer, ordinary being, can only be the good qualities that are the causes for the path of accumulation and the path of preparation.
What's this?
But I
그래다
also said that
지바르다 하나도 냐도 응원도 수도는 상방하죠. 상방을 그랬어. 냐도 남 상방을 그랬어.
Okay.
아니 냐도 소스기부 응원도 수도는 냐 소스기부 주부만 요 말했어.
Okay.
I
당연히
also
저-
had the difference with the probation as well for the paths, but
괜찮아서 따뜻하다.
it's a good quality in the continuum.
And any kind of quality as long as it is a clear realization, right?
제다 단 년도 소지지 라면 년도 법이절에 매 차다.
So when we say like in a concept shaitan so if it is you can say when you say difference, what is the difference between that? In philosophy we'll just say the difference is that if it is clear realization of hearers, it's not necessary to be a clear realization of hearers ordinary path. If it is a clear realization of hearers ordinary path, then it is necessary to be in a clear realization of hearers path, like that. That's the difference, you can say. And then of course there will be further question on that, right? So if it is a hearers, if it's a clear realization of hearers path, is it not necessary to be clear realization of hearers ordinary path? Then what, for example, what would be the example? And then you will say like that, yeah. That's right. They're like the possibilities, that come there too. So if it is the clear realization of the hearer's ordinary path, then does it only contain in the hearer's path of accumulation and path of preparation?
Yes.
Say it again.
You said
if it is the clear realization of hearer's ordinary path, does it only contain in hearer's path of accumulation or path of preparation?
I say yes.
그러.
다 냐도기 냐도기 소소기고 라미나 살라 냐도기 소소기고 뭔도이나 냐도 사람도 저런 쭈불이 요거를 했어.
오케이.
요거를 했어.
오케이. invest.
So the clear realization of hearer's ordinary path does not exist in the superior path.
Yeah, it does, because if that clear realization is any good qualities of a hearer, that would still be in the continuum of a hearer superior.
But it's not an ordinary path.
Hmm?
Yeah, how
It's
can
of
you
the
be,
the keyword is of, it's of the
but
ordinary
because,
path.
for that to be true, then ordinary and Arya would be the same.
Mhm.
There's no locus between the two.
Yeah.
저거지.
그래, 당한 저기 냐도기 소소기고 뭔도이나 얘는 때는 가서 밥을 매배 잡서 매배 잡 몰아서는 매배 잡으면 많이 콘서트는 말아 요시그레스. 이나 때는 단단 커라든 때는 또 거기 냐도기 가서 냐도기 소소기고 뭔도디 냐 밥을 가서 여말 가서나 뒤도 밥을 뭔도 자살했어.
제가 년득을 남치지 나는 년득을 남도 치지. 년득 법이잖아 매화다.
냠돌람디.
년득을 남도 년득 법이잖아 요 말이 왔어.
So what about the hearer's path? Does it contain in hearer's superior path?
Yes.
Yours.
The
어쨌든
way you structure.
때 년득 소치람 말이 왔어.
So isn't that and isn't that also the ordinary path in the hearer's ordinary path?
Part of it.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily part of it.
맞아. 이미 맞아.
연배 잘나가면 년득 소치람 아니지.
년도 속에 람디?
그래 왔어.
년도람 아니지.
년득을 남도 치 년득 소치람 아니지. 년득을 남때 년득 소치람 아니지.
Okay, so a hearer's path. Is hearer's path a hearer's ordinary path? Is
yes
hearer's
no.
path?
예.
Oh, if you, then no.
너로. 오케이. 엄마야나 년득 소치질라 요나 년득 소치람이 맞아왔다.
어?
년득 소치질라 요나 년득 소치람이 고 말이 왔어. 년득 소치질라 요나 저 년득 소치질라미 고 말이 왔어.
인고르스다.
이거 그래 왔어. 이거 말이 왔어.
So if it is a hearer's
년득 소치질라 요나 저 년득 소치질라미 고 말이 왔어.
so if it is within the continuum of if it is a clear realization, right? That is within the continuum of hearer's ordinary being. It is within the continuum of hearer's ordinary being. Then does it has to be hearer's ordinary? Does it has to be hearer's ordinary path?
말와. 아야. 다음에나 저런 거 지지 연대는 주연대 고 말이 왔어.
If it's if it's within the continuum of a being.
아야. 다음은 오케이.
It's ordinary.
Yes. If let's talk about if it is a clear realization within the continuum of ordinary path, is it necessary to be ordinary path?
Ordinary path or here is ordinary path?
Heroes. Oh, we talk only heroes. Okay. Don't
Heroes,
go other
yeah, we're
place.
talking about heroes,
First
yeah.
question is
Yeah.
being, the second question is the path.
We
No,
all
so if it's within the this is
right.
so we're talking about that, so we're talking about the clear realization.
Okay.
We're talking about the clear. We're not talking about being. We're talking about the clear realization within the continuum of the hearer's ordinary being, right? Within the continuum. So it's still if it is within the continuum of hearer's ordinary being, does it has to be ordinary path?
Yes.
그러나 제가 년득을 남대. 년득 소치질라 요도 요 말이. 년득을 남대. 년득 소치질라 요도 요 말이.
And so therefore, is there is there a hearer's path within the continuum of hearer's ordinary being or not?
제가 여러 근데 년득을 남대 년득 소치질라 왔어.
And therefore, the hearer's path, is hearer's ordinary path, because it is within the continuum of hearer's ordinary being.
You said that is there a hearer's path within the continuum of the hearer's ordinary being?
Yes. No, it says
Not being path. 소치
Uh-huh.
년득 소치질라로.
냥도기 람디?
년득을 남대 년득 소치질라 말이 왔어.
대단 말했어 그럼 근데.
저 년득 소치질라 요로 왔어.
So the hearer's path, is hearer's ordinary path?
That's a different question.
I say no.
He said no, right?
Yeah.
say no.
But there is a hero's path in the continuum of hero's ordinary path. I mean, hero's ordinary being. You're it.
제대
Hero's path within the continuum of
그
hero.
구질라는 구현된 거 말이야.
So if it is within the continuum of the hero's ordinary being, doesn't it has to be its clear realization?
근데 지랑 수지 연대는 지랑 지도 질라는 지랑 수 연된 거 말이야.
So if it is a quality, like within your continuum, isn't it your quality? If it is within your continuum, then it has to be yours, right?
제자 닌티 소지 그러고 질라였나? 다 연대 가다 연대 마셔다. 그 연대 거 말이야. 굴라며 거 말이야.
So if it is within the continuum of the hero's ordinary path, an ordinary being, right? Within the continuum of hero's ordinary being, doesn't it has to be hero's ordinary path?
대 년투 글람 제제.
Still say no.
년투 글람도 년투 질 남질 요 말이야.
So isn't there a hero's path in the continuum of hero's ordinary being?
제다 년투 수지 람 레베스 년투 람데.
So therefore, is that hero's path in the continuum of the hero's ordinary being? Isn't that hero's ordinary path? Yeah.
대 오늘 제 년투 글람다.
Yeah.
많이 받아 제 년투 바보질라 예우시.
It's not because you said yes, but it's not because it contain it is in the continuum of the spirit being as well. Because it is in the continuum of the spirit being.
what
The hero's path, right? So hero's path is in the continuum of spirit beings also, right? And so that's what I'm talking. That's the confusion there,
The
right?
question was, is the hero's path in the ordinary path?
Yes.
yeah,
Is
that's
there-
correct. Yeah,
is
it's
there-
his part his ordinary part. That's correct.
That's a different question though, because you're saying, is the hero's path, that's general.
Uh-huh.
Is the hero's path ordinary?
Is the hero's
No, no,
path?
no.
Is there
Hero's part.
년토기 람디?
년투 소지 람 레베스. 년투 소지 람 레베스.
말 난
년토기-
소기 줄로 여러 배 동무스라.
제tere 년투 말 타와 년투 소지 년투 람도 년투 소지 람 레베스. 그것도 말라 그래 와.
말았어요.
마이너 때 년투 소지절 요 말이 베스.
So the first question is hero's path hero's ordinary path?
No.
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 So
네 너라 너
you say no, right?
Alright.
And then it's
Not necessarily.
너라.
No, well, you're saying is the same.
연바타 년투 소지절 예 왜실라다.
so because it is an ordinary path because it is within the continuum of hero's ordinary being.
So if it's in the continuum of ordinary,
Yes, because you say if it's within the continuum of hero's ordinary being, then it has to be hero's ordinary path, right? And so therefore, the hero's path is hero's ordinary path because it is within the continuum of hero's ordinary
You're
being.
saying yes?
yeah.
What do you say?
Oh, I really don't understand that, because you know why?
This is a debate. It's a question to you.
This is the question you make you
Because
thinking
in
like.
my mind, you're trying to
My-
conflate, say that you're trying to say, if I say yes, if I agree with that, that's like, for me, trying to put one is a more general term, which could be both ordinary or superior, or encompasses all of those, and one ordinary path is a subdivision.
Okay,
of it,
now-
so they're not the same.
Still maybe you don't understand.
Probably
It's quality. It's any quality. 그리고 연대 임바시자지. 연대 마시자다. 심박히만 와서. 지난 거 전에는 지난 연대 그거도 그 말이야. 연대 마시자지.
So if it is, we're talking about the
It's a
quality,
quality,
here,
okay,
okay?
don't bring
A
in
clear
other things.
realization or quality, good qualities, okay?
Okay?
If it is a good quality within your continuum, isn't it
It's your quality,
your quality?
yes,
right?
yes.
지난 거 연대 지난지 되고 그러was.
Yeah.
지난 거 연대는 지난지 되고 그러was.
So if it's your quality, it has to be within your continuum, right?
Yes, I understand that.
Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
voilà. 다 연대돼. 지난 거 연대를 봤어.
So what about the quality? Is the quality your quality?
Yes.
니들 요 말이야.
Doesn't it exist in Geshe-la's continuum?
Oh, I get it. So quality could be anyone's.
주변도 하고 소지도. 네가 나한테 하대
You
거기.
understand?
The reason why I got confused is because it said, is the hero's path an ordinary path? Or ordinary?
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's what it's saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That is the hero's path. The hero's path could be both ordinary and superior. So
Yes.
when I say it is ordinary, it's excluding superior.
That's how I
But if it's in
interpret
the
it as
continuum
well.
of an ordinary being, then it's an ordinary path, right?
you're saying the
Because I'm
hearer's
saying
path
the
is
hearer's path
continuum.
pervades both ordinary and superior. So if we say the hearer's path is the ordinary path, it's saying the whole path is the ordinary.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded.
I'm talking about the whole path. I'm talking about whole path. It's whole hero's path is hero's, ordinary
Of
path.
course, you say no. You say no, right? That's obvious. You said no. So hero's path is not a hero's ordinary path.
You said no, right?
But Geshe said yes, it is hero's path because it exists in the continuum of hero's ordinary being.
Now you have to tell answer. You have to give me the answer.
So now, does hero's path
Yes,
exist in hero's ordinary being's continuum?
yes.
So then, if it exists in hero's continuum, right?
But
if it exists, that is July, no?
You correct the
Right, so if it exists in the continuum of hero's ordinary being, right? In the continuum, then doesn't it has to be hero's ordinary path?
Yes. Does that exist?
So therefore, therefore, hero's path is hero's path a hero's ordinary path because it exists in the continuum of hero's ordinary being. I mean, you said if it exists in the continuum of hero's ordinary being, it has to be hero's path, right? Hero's ordinary path.
I gotta go slow.
Okay. If it exists in the continuum of hero's ordinary being, it has to be hero's ordinary path, right? Okay. So therefore, is hero's path hero's ordinary path?
Is the hearer's path?
Is the hero's path hero's ordinary path?
See no privation.
is
Is hero's path a hero's is hero's path hero's ordinary path? Yes or no?
Yes,
Are there
no, yes.
hearers
I still
superior
say no.
beings?
Yes or no?
Are there hearers superior beings?
No, that's question. Is hero's path hero's ordinary path or not?
If it's an ordinary path, then there are no hearers.
No.
I ask you a question.
You're not giving an answer.
No, first your question, right? 니도 소식이지 라면 니도 소식 라면 소식 되고 말이죠.
Okay.
Is your quality has only your quality? Yes.
If it is your quality, it has to be within your continuum, right?
That's a whole nother debate, is my.
If it is your quality, it has to be within your continuum.
Yes. No.
My compassion of your mind.
No. I'm not talking about. I just said.
No, your quality. If it is your quality and Ian's quality, it has to be within Ian's continuum.
Not according to earlier, because you said it
No.
again.
You,
No. You're that's asking you the question.
I'm asking you.
No.
Okay.
If it is your money, it has to be in your wallet.
Oh, yeah.
It can't be in his wallet, right? Yeah, that's right. Like that, If it is your quality, it has to be within your continuum.
Yes.
Yes.
다 저런 거 잘라 요나 저런 거 되고 그렇고 말. 저런 거 잘라 요나.
Uh-huh.
주주 저런 거 되고 그렇고 말.
So if it is within your continuum, it has to be your quality or not?
If it's within my continuum,
Uh-huh.
yes.
Got it.
근데 연대도 시지. 연대.
Uh-huh.
저런 연대를 왜?
So what about a quality? Is the quality your quality?
Wait, what was the
Is the quality, in a general quality, right?
저런 quality.
Quality. Is quality your quality?
No.
저런 저런 요 말을.
Doesn't it exist in your continuum? Quality doesn't exist in your continuum?
My quality does.
No. Quality. I'm not saying.
Quality, yes,
There
still
are
yes.
qualities that are.
Does quality exist in your continuum or not?
Not necessarily.
저런 연대 요 말에.
Can't be necessarily.
Does it exist or not?
There's one.
Getting ready for law school, this is.
Huh?
Possibilities, how many possibilities?
So,
This is how you do debate, okay? This is how you do debate.
So, we're not saying necessary or not. We're just saying exist or not.
yeah.
So, if it is a quality, is it necessary to exist in your mind? Then of course you can say no, right? But does that quality exist in your mind?
But that's it.
Does a quality exist in your mind?
A quality.
Yeah, that could be your quality, his quality. So general quality, right? But does quality exist in your mind?
Yes.
It's Tibetan word. They have so many small things to how you say yes, no. They have so many details, like exactly like law. Go to the law. You have to very carefully.
So you can only answer yes or no in debate, right? You can't say, you can't.
No, then you say yes. You need to also reason.
But you only say yes or no, you can't say, sometimes, or you have to say yes or no?
This also you have to prove. also depending on how I give you the,
Caution. How you
Caution.
are? How's the caution
how
asked?
the caution, you have to give the answers like that.
You can't say sometimes or in this case, you can't do that, right?
Well,
You just have to-
This
what
is
I
a
got
hard-
confused was the word the and a. The here's path, ordinary path, no. Is there a here's path and a here's ordinary being, or, yes?
Yes,
Those
yes,
are
yeah.
different, because
Yeah.
here's path pervades ordinary and superior, very
What do you say, what do you say?
but a superior, a here's path in the continuum of an
Yes,
ordinary
it's a here's path exists in here's ordinary and being here's ordinary beings continuum or not?
being. Yes.
Oh, a quality.
Yes.
a here's quality.
That's why I got the words.
Ele 나가.
더 지당세, 지당세. 타대본 가서 가서 지당세 거다. 저다보 많이 버지 지당세. 지당 저다세라. 지당 봐 람지든. 람저다봐.
근데 람시대 아니 얘도 소실하면
람지드 또 년도 람지드라다.
얘도 람시대 얘도 소실하면
Yeah, so a here's path exists in is a here's path, here's ordinary path.
If it exists in the continuum of here or ordinary being.
yes no.
No.
이마다 친구는 얘도 소실하면 요.
It's like.
It is because it exists in the continuum of here's ordinary beings.
Not if it's a here superior path, it doesn't make
Because when you say.
I know the
here's
simple
path,
part. I just said it is.
And it's not talking about superiors. We're just only talking about the
but
ordinary path.
It makes it
a
ordinary
here,
path.
you
Huh?
didn't specify, you just said a here.
Yes, a here's path.
Even the here.
A here's path exists in a here's ordinary beings continuum or not?
Yes. An unspecified, unspecified here
Yeah,
is,
this is how you do debate.
this is very good.
They're all supposed to debate. Now you can make difference. They're all the much they can't.
Yeah, so the possibilities you can make a
It's
difference. Yeah.
very clear.
Yeah, that is the next question, we don't wanna do that now.
Okay, now that's to tell you. Okay, so you put it in the
And you can about this and get into the
Look at the agenda show it on good and the model of the Therefore, you study that debate class, you become very smart. If you want to lawyer, you study debate philosophy, you become very good lawyer. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Still think about okay. I'm more debate there, okay?
When you debate, that's the best part.
You need to
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Okay. That's all. Good night. Okay, thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Sorry, lose more country.
Thank you very much, Township. That was a lot of fun.